Is time speeding up? A lot of people feel as though time is speeding up. But what is time? Really, we have to think of it in terms of frequency, not so much as time, because really time is an illusion. Time is really an illusion of the mind. We have minutes, seconds, hours, days, weeks, months. We have all these metrics, but the human mind has created these metrics. So we measure everything through these metrics of time that have been created by the human mind. So really, mind and time go together. It's like Einstein said, when you are kissing a beautiful person, 2 hours seems like 2 minutes, and when you are sat on a hot stove, 2 minutes seems like 2 hours. Because time is really subjective, because it's mental. So it's not so much that time is speeding up, but because people use the metrics of time, and because those metrics of time are fixed, something else is happening which then gives the sense that time is speeding up. You look out in nature, where's the time? Does one bird say to another bird, what time is it? No time. Only time is in the human thinking. It is psychological. So what is happening if we think of life, the universe, in terms of frequency? I mean, the word universe itself means one, uni, verse, sound or song. Sound, frequency. So the universe is one frequency. But it's a multitude of frequencies. You can think of the universe like, if you imagine taking a dollop of paint and you start to spread that on the wall, you go from thick, dense, to more light and subtle. So this is kind of like the universe. The universe is frequencies of subtle to dense, or dense to subtle, and the whole gradation in between. So there's a multitude of different frequencies. As a being awakens to what they essentially are, to the source of what they are, they naturally shift into a higher, more subtle frequency. Because what you really are is closest to the source, which is the most subtle frequencies possible. Essentially into the non-physical. But in a body, the body is much more dense. It's a denser frequency, which means that the frequency is moving slower. It's a slow frequency. That gives the appearance of density. That's what it is. The density is slower frequency. If you've ever seen these charts that show frequencies, you'll see that the lighter frequencies, the higher frequencies, they are more quicker lines that move up and down. The lower frequencies, they are slow, long, spaced out lines. So it's like these long waves, these long dense waves. That gives the experience of something being more dense, more solid. So as you begin to awaken to what you are, as more beings are awakening, as the collective is collectively awakening, also as the planet Earth within the solar system is moving into an area that is bringing more energy, which is raising the frequency of the whole planet, the whole solar system. This is what many people say. Then what that's doing is it's creating higher and higher frequencies in which then the sense of time feels like it's speeding up. But that's only because the structures that we use, the measurements of time that we use, the minutes, the seconds, the hours, the weeks, the days, the months, because these metrics have not been changed, have not been altered to accommodate this change in frequency, it's going to feel like 24 hours is no longer 24 hours. And so the experience that many people are having is that they'll wake up in the morning and it feels like the whole day just moves so quick in the blink of an eye. Obviously, there'll be variations in this. You know, some people when they're in the workplace, they say, oh man, the time is just going so slow. Other people say it's going so fast. Because again, as we said, really it is subjective. Time is subjective. So the subjectivity part will change, distort that sense of time, whether it is going really fast or really slow. But overall, it seems that the consensus that many people have is that overall time is going much faster. So time is not going fast because really there is no time. Time is really an illusion because time only exists within the mind. In nature, there is really no time. And as you begin to awaken to the source of what you are, into that stillness, that 0 point, which is really something that cannot be imagined. It is not understandable to the mind. You have to go beyond the mind. As you come into that mystery of what you are, you also step into pure timelessness. No time. And the reason is because you go beyond the mind, which creates the whole experience of time. So as you step out of the mind, out of that thinking process, that thought process that most beings are identified with, that most beings think are part of who they are, as that stops, as you step out of that, naturally you go into a quiet, timeless space, non-physical space, no time. And the more that you are in that stillness, in that space, in that source of what you are, it starts to bring the whole body into a higher pitch, a higher frequency. More and more subtle frequencies. Also, of course, if you work with the body, you can bring the body by other means into a more subtle frequency as well, in terms of what you eat, the types of things you do with the body, getting toxins out of the body. But really the primary way is to just step out of the mind. The more you can step out of the mind, the higher you go. And the higher you go, there is no time. And when there is no time, and you're in a higher frequency, it can feel like, that time is neither moving fast or slow. But for ones that are still somewhat in the mind, and because they view time based on the metrics that man has been given, you know, weeks, seconds, hours, days, months, and because the frequency is higher, it's going to feel like time is speeding up. So that's why time seems to be speeding up. It is really to do with the frequency.